At the first red dawn, the sacred lion rose from clay and memory. Its roar carried forgotten covenants across the turquoise sky. The land awakened, and so did we. The lion stepped forward, dust rising like ancestral prayer on its paws. Petroglyphs beneath the earth shimmered with recognition. Dominance began to soften into guardianship. Climbing the sandstone mesa, the lion roared not for power but for balance. Wine carried its truth across valleys of red clay. We understood the earth was never ours to command. At the fading river, the lion lowered its head in solemn silence. Water mirrored ancient wisdom within its steady gaze. Protection began with humility before life. When the lion entered the clay village, fear dissolved into reverence. Children watched with wide eyes of awakening. The covenant returned to living memory. Beside the stone carver, the lion stood as symbols were etched into earth. Each strike of chisel echoed like a softened roar. Responsibility passed quietly between generations. Under twilight fields, the lion guarded growing maize and sacred herbs. Fireflies shimmered like turquoise spirits in its mane. Protection became daily devotion. Through forests marked with ritual paint, the lion walked without haste. Every step honored root and branch alike. Living gently revealed deeper strength. In the circle of dancers, drums echoed the ancient roar's rhythm. The lion watched from shadowed light. Community became sacred conservation. When hunters lowered their weapons, silence deepened across the plains. The lion offered no command, only presence. Choice reshaped survival into respect. At sunrise, a mother pressed seeds into warm clay soil. The lion observed the lesson unfold carefully. Education became ceremony for the future. Before the council of elders, the lion stood unmoving and solemn. Words grew deliberate beneath its steady gaze. Policy became promise beyond seasons. As migrating herds crossed valleys, the lion watched without possession. Life moved in sacred cycles of return. Guardianship meant protecting rhythm, not controlling it. When the river ran clear again, the lion drank quietly. Healing reflected across turquoise currents. Small faithful actions had restored balance. In the glow of the forge, new tools were shaped with restraint. Sparks danced within the lion's mane like living spirits. Work itself became an act of protection. Canyon murals painted the lion's journey in clay and turquoise light. Children traced its form with reverent hands. Story transformed into guidance. When storms gathered above the mesa, the lion stood unshaken. Lightning crowned its silhouette with solemn brilliance. Resilience defined true guardianship. Travelers crossed sacred lands with mindful, measured steps. The lion walked beside them unseen yet present. Awareness turned movement into respect. In the marketplace, excess faded into thoughtful exchange. The lion's quiet gaze lingered over every choice. Consumption bowed to conscience. Near the clay schoolhouse, children studied sky, soil, and wind. The lion rested beneath turquoise banners. Knowledge carried the transformed roar forward. Across open plains, wind totems turned like ancient spirits reborn. The lion watched innovation meet tradition. Progress aligned with reverence. Among ancestral resting grounds, turquoise ribbons fluttered in sacred wind. The lion moved softly between memory and dust. Legacy deepened responsibility. At golden sunrise, the lion's roar returned transformed. It echoed harmony rather than fear. The valleys answered in gratitude. Standing among the people, the lion no longer stood apart. Its spirit moved within daily actions. Conservation became identity. As the lion walked into radiant dawn, its roar dissolved into birdsong. Protection required no spectacle, only commitment. The covenant endured through us.